What's up, guys? Farzin Vasugian here with you for our halftime live stream. And I gotta say, that is by far Kansas City's best half of football we've seen so far this year. Up right now 16-7 over the Saints right now in the half. Looking pretty good. I'll tell you right now, this Mahomes-Kelsey connection is in postseason form. Got off to a slow start this year for whatever reason. But man, Mahomes is playing really good football. And at one point, I think the most impressive part to me of this game, actually, I want to wait for a few people to come in before we go any further, because I want a lot of people to hear what I have to say on the on that long play that where the Chiefs found a way to convert and eventually get a field goal. The Chiefs are playing great football right now on both sides. Yeah, there was that 7-play drive where the Saints got a touchdown going down the field in 4 minutes. That's the only bad drive the defense has had here. You look at the Saints' possession so far. They had an interception on their first drive, 3 and out on their second drive, another 3 and out on their third drive, going back 3 yards total. Then they had a touchdown. Then they come back and have another 3 and out. The Chiefs get the ball back and are able to put up a score, a field goal before halftime. So on 5 drives for the Saints, they had 1 touchdown, and everything else was either an interception or a 3 and out. I love what I'm seeing from this Chiefs defense in the first half. This Chiefs defense right now, to me, not at all a concern whatsoever. Yeah, you'll have bad drives like they did on that touchdown drive right there, where Brian Cook didn't really look the best on that drive, but it'll happen. It'll happen. In general, the Chiefs defense playing great football. I thought it was hilarious. Derek Carr's mouthing off to whoever he was. I don't know if he was lashing out at Spags or a Chiefs defender or whoever. Dude, you're down right now. So, and by the way, idiotic decision to want to receive the ball. I get you want to make an impact on the road, Arrowhead Monday night, but terrible decision. You threw an interception, and that costs you, because the Chiefs were able to get a score right before halftime, and they're going to get the ball to start the second half. So I love what I'm seeing from this Chiefs team overall. Offensively, I think Patrick Mahomes is playing great. He really is. No touchdowns on the board just yet, but 19 of 27 passing for 216 yards, sacked just once. Left tackle play still pretty iffy, regardless if it's Kingsley or Wanye. Mahomes still playing great, though, overall. Obviously, the other offensive tackle play, and I'm seeing a few comments about this with Jawaan Taylor. Listen, I was never on the Jawaan Taylor bandwagon. I thought he was a good signing, but maybe not for that price. I'm just looking at Jawaan Taylor right now. Dude, you got to go. Someone responded to me, and I replied back, and I said, you might as well trade Jawaan Taylor to the Raiders for 10 pair of cleats, because Jawaan Taylor he's a liability. This guy had a touchdown nullified in last year's playoff game against the Dolphins. He had a touchdown nullified today. It's like, dude, we can't afford these kinds of mistakes, especially with everything going on with the offense right now. I hope the Chiefs can find a way to come to terms somehow with Jawaan Taylor and just let him go after the season. But that is a topic for another time. Outside of that, everything else, I like what I'm seeing from the offense. It would be nice if they could get a score in the end zone there. But I think, working against the time late there, I think they would have come up with a score. Weren't able to. But hey, you're up 16-7. Your defense is playing great. Chiefs offense moving the ball very well. Travis Kelce, man, that narrative about Kelce being washed up and not good anymore. Kelce took a big dump on that narrative. 8 catches for 67 yards in the first half. You know who else has 67 receiving yards? Juju Smith-Schuster. He's played a great first half for the Chiefs off 5 catches there. By the way, Kelce, forget about the stats there. On what was the down and distance when Joe Buck said, what was it, 2nd and Overland Park? Did you guys hear that? He said it was I think it was 2nd and 34. The Chiefs picked up a first down on that drive. Travis Kelce with a heads-up play, lateraling it to Samaje Perine. And then right before halftime there, Kelce just jukes one of the defenders, fools him, and then runs out of bounds to save the time, essentially. Like, Travis Kelce looks like vintage Travis Kelce. This Mahomes-Kelce connection tonight looks like what we've seen from Mahomes and Kelce in so many postseason games. Keep in mind, the most touchdown connections we've seen in NFL history in the playoffs is Mahomes and Kelce, and they're looking like it in this game here, connecting 8 times for 67 yards. Juju Smith-Schuster also 67 yards. I mentioned today in the pregame live chat, you're obviously down a bunch of wide receivers. I mean, who are you relying on? Because Xavier Worthy's not, he's a rookie. You still, you're at a point where you expect a lot out of him, but, you'd like to get him going. Juju is the guy that, has a lot of good experience in the NFL. 1 year with Kansas City, had some good seasons in Pittsburgh. New England let him go, and look at him. He's back here, and he's really picking up the slack with all the injuries going on right now, really helping the offense right now. So, Kelce, you thought his dominance was over? No, he's playing well, and Juju's really stepping up to the occasion here, given all the struggles Kansas City's had. So I like what I'm seeing. Everyone else has just one catch. Worthy and Mahomes should have connected on one there. They were just off target there. But I think they'll get it going. McCole Hardman getting involved. Noah Gray doing well. Should have had a touchdown there, but Jawaan Taylor, we're just at a point now with Taylor where he's just not good. The only one other bad thing about the Chiefs offense was that fumble on Carson Steele, and that was more on Travis Kelce not picking up that block. You can't allow that to happen. But everything else, I like what I'm seeing from the Chiefs offense. They just they need to find a way to finish drives and get into the end zone there. That's the one thing. Defensively, the Chiefs are great. They're pressuring Derek Carr. They're not giving him the looks that he wants. He only has had one good drive for the Saints tonight. All of the other 4 drives either ended in an interception or a 3-and-out. So if Kansas City can be better about not letting receivers get open down the field for Carr, you're essentially playing perfect football defensively. Yeah, Mahomes has missed a few of those this year. I said this in my reel this morning. If you guys watch that, I said one of the keys to the game, Mahomes has got to hit those open players. He's done a bad job of that this year, where guys are open and he's not getting it to them. I know with bad offensive tackle play, when you're facing pressure, okay, it's hard to kind of look around deep down the field while you're dealing with 200, 300-pound linebackers who are trying to destroy you. So I get that. But right now, the offensive tackle play, I don't know. I'm not expecting it to really work. So if Mahomes can be more sharp about it with his vision and get those guys down the field, the ball, that's going to really change things for the offense. Listen, the Chiefs have had bad offensive tackle play for a couple of years now. Last 2 years, it's been the case. This year, it's continuing on. You got to think that the Chiefs will figure that out eventually, but man, this is not good offensive tackle play. If the offensive tackle play improves, I think so many other things will improve with the rest of the offense. Yeah, how about those Kansas City Royals putting on a beating? Nick Wright, Danny Parkins, Quentin Lucas, they're all there chilling, having a good time. Yeah, the Royals are looking really good. Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of Jawaan Taylor negative reactions. Listen, I think it's warranted at this point. You guys know me. I'm a very patient fan when it comes to, draft picks and signings. I'm seeing people who will put a bust label on someone after 2 games. It's like, no, relax. Let's slow it down here. We got to give these guys some time. Jawaan Taylor's had enough time. Okay, last year, whatever. Okay, you've had a full offseason now, and you're not, and you look even worse this year. You're a liability to the team. You literally are nullifying touchdowns. You did it in the postseason last year. You're doing it this year. You can't be doing that kind of thing. Sky Moore, yeah, listen, I think Sky Moore is easier to replace if the Chiefs want to replace him. There've got to be better options out there. I would trust Nico Remigio to go out there and take punt returns back. I really hope this experiment with Sky Moore finishes soon. I don't know what the Chiefs are waiting on. I know the wide receivers coach was saying, oh, well, he knows everything. That's why we went and got him. It's like, okay. I don't know, man. Doesn't really look like he knows what he's doing, but you're the coach, not us. Yeah, the same. We haven't even mentioned this guy's name yet. Kareem Hunt picking up from where he left off last week. 12 rushes for 52 yards. And I think he also had a catch, a really key catch where Mahomes was under pressure, about to go down, and found Kareem Hunt at the last time. This is what I'm saying, man. Like, we are seeing Patrick Mahomes in his MVP form in this game. And I think the stats were not reminiscent of that last week, but after the 10-0 deficit, after the first quarter, essentially, Patrick Mahomes was playing better football. And listen, like I said earlier, he was still not getting the ball to wide open guys deep down the field. And he's had a couple of those misses today where he didn't throw the ball to those guys. But outside of that, I mean, he's playing with more confidence. I feel like in the last year and a couple of games this year, I just feel like Mahomes hasn't been playing with that confidence and is pressuring himself way too much. But man, now it's like, at least tonight, Mahomes does look like a guy that he doesn't look like he's playing scared. And I don't know what it is. I don't know if the Chiefs had a moment this week where they just came together and tried to lift things up with all of the injuries they've got going on. But Patrick Mahomes is going out there playing with better confidence, playing like an MVP. He's not putting up the big numbers, and that's fine, but he's going out there avoiding sacks, avoiding losses, avoiding turnovers for now, knock on wood. And he's looking really good. Hopefully the Chiefs can get going. Let's get Travis Kelce a touchdown, man. It's been a long time for him. Let's get him in the end zone. All right, guys. Go Chiefs. Go Royals. Hey, come back after the game. It's going to be a long night, but I'm here for it all night long as you guys are. We will do the Chiefs Zone podcast live after the game, and phone calls will be open. You guys can call in. I'll give you guys the link to call in. You guys can chat it up, and we'll have some fun after the game. All right, I'm out, guys. Peace.